Hi, and welcome to today's Bridge Operator Console demo. This demo is going to show you a few ways to answer and transfer calls using our version 3 client software. First, to answer a call, we can always use a wireless headset or our existing telephone. We can also use the program. We can click up here in the ribbon to answer. We can right-click on the particular call and say answer. Or we can double-click either here in the My Calls or up here in the HUD where it's pink. That will also cause a call to be answered. If a call is in the HUD, you can also use Control+ to answer the call if you prefer keyboard shortcuts. As far as transferring goes, there's a number of ways to do that as well. If you'd like drag and drop, you can either drag an individual call or the HUD itself to a particular user to transfer that call. So in this case, I'll grab the call and I'll drop it on Doug Johnson. The first time I do this, I'm prompted where the program is asking me which action I'd like to perform. And I have my choices of transfer, supervised transfer, send it right to their voicemail, or park the call for that user. If I want to do that every time I drag and drop, I simply check the make this the default next time and select my choice. In this case, we'll pick transfer. So you'll see we're able to see the status of the call and transfer, and even redirect the call to us if need be. Once the user answers the call, we'll be shown that for a split second in the transfer follow, and then we'll be able to see it in the extensions list on the client as well. So that's the drag and drop transfer. You can also drag and drop to the My Address Book people, Global Address Book, anything in the location objects as well. All the objects you'd expect you could drag and drop on, you can do that. You can also drag and drop to and from the parking lot as well. If we want to use double click, let's just answer this call with double clicks. We'll just double click where it's pink to answer it. And we can double click to toggle it to and from hold as well. We'll just double click on this person and you see we get a similar prompt. We can actually set different defaults if we want to do something different when we double click or when we drag and drop. In this case, I'll just leave it alone and I'll say transfer, so it all follows the same exact path as before. But you can see the call transferred that way as well. If we wanted to use the keyboard, we can do that as well. We'll just double click to answer the call. And then we can pop up this freeform transfer if we like. And there's also a keyboard shortcut for it. We could just enter any number we wanted here and press enter to transfer the call. We'll just do it the exact same way we've been doing it. If we wanted to take advantage of total keyboard control, we can do that. We can simply look for the keyboard shortcuts under the key. That shows us all kinds of other things like what do these icons mean and all that good stuff too. But let's just kind of keep it simple and put just the keyboard shortcuts on here for now. So we'll get a call coming, we'll park the mouse up here, and we'll answer the call with the keyboard, search for the person we want to transfer the call to, whoops, and when we found just that person on the screen, we can use any of the transfer shortcuts. In this case, I'm going to be using Control-T, which will do exactly what the previous transfers have been doing. So you can see the process repeated, and our screen put back to normal for us where we can follow along. The last method I'll show you is a right mouse click. So if we wanted to do this process, we could right mouse click and answer the call if we like. And we can right mouse click on Doug Johnson, where you see we have the blind transfer, supervised, straight to voicemail, also an Active Directory transfer, which would let us transfer it to that person's cell phone without us having to enter all that information in, if we have that information in Active Directory, as well as a host of other options. But to complete this demo, we'll just do the transfer call like we've been doing and let the process go through. So that concludes today's demo of the various different ways to answer and transfer a call using Bridge Operator Console.